In the following 10 minutes, Rolf will talk about the importance of consistent design of reports, and he will also introduce you to the first key principles of IBCS. A very warm welcome to you, Rolf. The stage is yours.
Okay, well, thank you, Michael. The title of my presentation is Consistent Design of Reports, Presentations, and Dashboards, and the benefits of this. We call it IBCS notation. IBCS stands for International Business Communication Standards. My name is Rolf Hichert. I'm one of the two managing partners of the IBCS Institute, and I'm president of the IBCS Association. In the meantime, we have more than 6,000 members in this association from more than 120 countries. We have 100 certified consultants doing work in this environment and close to 100 certified consultants, several trainers, and 11 certified software tools. Companies like Coca-Cola, Lufthansa, Mercedes-Benz, SAP internally, Swatch, Philips, and 2,000 or 3,000 more, mostly large organizations, from hospitals to city organizations, from airports to manufacturers, are using the IBCS standards in reporting applications. And I will try to give you a short overview to explain what IBCS is about. When you see this sheet music, there is a standard notation so that good musicians, like for instance Mr. Lang Lang, would be able to play this directly, reading this information on this highly condensed sheet of paper. And you hear his music and he will play it directly from the sheet of paper. This is a standard notation which is more than 300 years old. And then when you go into a picture search of Google, you see music notes. There's a Chinese example, a Greek example. There are many different examples you see. They are different, but they have a consistent language. The creativity of music is not the creativity of the notes, it's the creativity of what the notes present. And now let's look at some so-called dashboards. When you look at these dashboards, there you can look at hundreds of them. There's nothing like some consistent notation. And this is a Google picture search, let's say good dashboards, management dashboards. And you compare this to picture search of music notes, you see there's a consistent language behind this. And everyone who knows how to play the piano, the flute, and he will be able to play this music. Looking at traffic signs, this looks quite familiar for us, but it is Kuwait. And the stop signs you see here in 30 different countries, they look different, but they mean here you have to stop. And it's very practical that your gas pedal is on the right hand side and the brake on the left hand side in every car today. Look at this. I'm an engineer. My background is engineering. This is an old electric plant, and the symbols being used here are the same all over the world. Or look, an architect and engineers, mechanical engineering, they all have the same symbols and language all over the world. And so if we want to make business communication more effective, then things that mean the same have to look the same, and vice versa. If they are not the same, they should not look the same. This is actually the basic idea. And I would like to give you a very short introduction in some of these rules and suggestions of what to do. The first one is time and structure. And the suggestion is, let us present time series consistently with horizontal axis here, January, February, March, and so forth, and structure like projects, cities, countries, departments with a vertical axis, either bars, columns, lines, whatever. The second rule, let us have a clear, consistent concept of titles. We start with the company, the project, then there's a business measure in bold letters and the unit, and here $1 million US. And this was done in 2017. That's most of the time there are 3 lines in the top left corner of our dashboard. The third one is, it's very important, we usually report about comparisons, scenarios. And actual, we always use a dark, solid color, mostly black, dark gray. And everything that's planned is outlined. It's not there yet. And forecast is something in between, it's hatched. And the previous year is, when you compare it to the black, it's a lighter color. So for instance, gray for a previous year comparison and black for the actual. Already Michael talked about good and bad variances. We use green for good variances and red for bad variances. Red and green are not used for anything else. No corporate colors, no negative values. It's only for variances. And if we have, let's say, percentage relative variances, there are these pins with black heads because it's now in this case comparing actual versus the gray axis of previous year. But I don't want to go in details. And then when we would apply this, the dashboards, the PowerPoint charts, our report pages would look like this. Every single pixel has a meaning. There's nothing there for decoration purposes. And these are examples of typical IBCS charts. And then, as I already said, companies like Coca-Cola or Mercedes-Benz and many other large organizations are using this. And when you go into the internet and make a picture search for IBCS reports, you do this here, you see they look different, but they have the same language. I would like to compare this again to the dashboard design, Google Picture Search. This is the IBCS language, and this is no language at all. It's just no concept. And I think we need a concept to better communication. I would like to finish with 3 short slides to give you the chance to look at this. These standards can be downloaded for free if you become a free member of the association. It's ibcs.com. It's a free download. If you're interested to see more and want to see more, I suggest our new book. It's called Solid Outlined Hatched. Solid for actual and outlined for plan and hatched for forecast. And last not least, a video training of my partner, Jürgen Feist. So this was a short 10-minute introduction, and I hope I could give you a little overview of what IBCS is about.
Thank you very much, Rolf, for your presentation. I think there was a lot of food for thought in there, and I think some of us need to question some of the reporting in finance that we have done over the years.